Hello and welcome to Awakening the blog. Today I would like to consider with you the coming of the new age and all that's going on in this planet right now. And obviously I would like to go a little deeper because most of us all the time are focused on the events on the external world. They are a reflection of what's going on inside of humanity, and not only that, I believe that we are part of a cosmic game. As you know, the climate change that is really happening, whether it's happening because we are producing too much CO2, or whether it's because it's the movement of the sun and the nucleus of the earth. At the end, I don't know if we need to know whether precisely whether it's man caused or if it's just a natural process of the earth. What matters for us actually is that we are involved in a change of age. We are coming into a new age. And what does that mean actually? I don't want to, based on astrological ideas, that okay, we're going to the age of Aquarius and we're leaving the age of Pisces. It has a lot of sense, but now that we are in the middle of it, we can actually just go and delve deep into what it means and what's really giving us an opportunity to do something about it. So why don't we just consider from just the facts, the real facts of what's going on and what this means for humanity. Okay, humanity is just a part of all the evolution or all the processes that happen in the cosmos. We humans are not the main factor of evolution and growth. Everything is changing, evolving. Let's remember that change is the only constant that exists. That is, everything changes except one fact. That is, that everything changes. And okay, the planet has undergone many changes since its birth. How it was made is amazing. You can follow up on what scientific community, the cosmologists have said about how the Earth was created. So Earth has been going through a lot of changes all the time. Let's consider Atlantis and Lemuria, and all the civilizations that are under the sea or that they have been destroyed. So that gives us some idea that things are not forever, things are impermanent, like the Buddhists would say, and things change all the time. So we're here today, tomorrow we won't be. That's natural. We're all gonna die. But what I would like to consider with you is really what's going on right now. What does it mean? And how can we actually use this opportunity to make the best of it? We are seeing that the powers that be are in trouble. Though politicians still have the power over many things, the power of the people has been expressed on the streets, and there is more and more people that are going out and saying, we don't like what you do. Let's remember that the power that we have given to governments and economic systems and religions, it's given by us to them. And we can see how humans have behaved in the past and in the present and possibly in the near future, when they have the power, for the most part, we have not seen good results. You know, there's a lot of corruption, and only when where there is some sort of humility, that's my cat, and some sort of conscience, then we see people in power that are humble and that they don't have to show off. There's a lot of interests related to the economic powers that want to dominate the world. And that is also a reflection of our dark side, of the ego side. Everything has a consequence. I don't know if they know that there's always a consequence to their acts, that they will have to endure personally or in one way or another. But it is affecting all of us. And so if we just go a little deeper and take a look inside, far away from all the noise that's going on outside, we can feel, actually, we are able, if we allow ourselves to feel all this war that's going on inside, between the dark side and the light side, between the ego and the soul or the spiritual realms, between the natural and the artificial worlds, the man-created artificial world and the natural world. And we are discovering, maybe, you know, I don't have any science behind what I'm feeling and I'm sharing. It's just a perception based on my inner connection of what I'm feeling inside. And maybe you resonate with it, maybe you don't. Maybe there's so much more that can be explained beyond what I'm suggesting. But if we just go inside and we feel this war, we live in duality. We've always lived in duality in this third dimension. So we always have the yin and yang, the light and the dark, and everything like that. That's all part of us. So that's natural, we can say. Yet, it is what we've done with it what brings a consequence, what brings end result, that it's being thrown into our faces nowadays. Power over others is not the true power. That's an illusion. The only real power that is worth working for is the power over oneself. And for that, it means that we need to train ourselves, train our minds, train our emotions, train our thoughts, until we allow them to be aligned with a higher purpose. Most of the powers that be are not aligned with any high purpose. Obviously, the climate crisis is forcing us. All these crises that we are facing, they are pushing us, forcing us to have to do something, to change. You see, because are you going to change if you're feeling great? You're not going to change if you're feeling comfortable in your position where you are. We change when there's a need to. And right now, there is a need for changes. We are destroying the planet with our behavior, with our consumism. You can see all the oceans full of plastic, and that's devastating. How people behave, so much ignorance behind people's behaviors of just throwing plastic anywhere, not being conscious. We have had the habit of just throwing everything into the waste disposal, waste basket, without considering where that's going to end up and the further consequences of that. But now we are being given the opportunity to realize how we have chosen badly. We have chosen in a way that it has taken us to this point that it is very difficult for the next generations to live here. Overpopulation is a huge problem, and people still want to have kids because of their own joy, not considering what's happening or what's going to happen to them. We don't know, actually, but we can see the tendency of where this is headed, and it's not a good place. So whether it's through climate change crisis, through Earth's movement of creating tsunamis and a lot of volcanoes erupting and creating chaos, doesn't matter which way it's coming, we are being asked to consider the path we've chosen and where it has taken us. And it's definitely a reflection of the dark side of our ego. Most of us are disconnected from our true essential self. The path to reconnection has to be done inwardly. There's no other way. Most of us maybe don't even know how to do that. And there's a sense of loss, a sense of being lost in this world, of fear of what's coming ahead of us. And the only thing we have is right now. The only thing we can do with ourselves is what we can do for us right now. And we have a lot on our shoulders, a lot to deal with. We have chosen to come in this time because it is the most amazing time for change, for stepping forward in evolution of our, if I can use the word evolution, meaning evolution going to something higher. I have believed, and I have written some articles in Spanish mainly, that we are not Homo sapiens. We have not behaved like Homo sapiens. And that label is also a very, very egocentric label. So I believe we are more like Homo egocentrum. That is, we are ego-centered beings. And who can deny that? I mean, maybe people like the Dalai Lama or like Jesus, like Buddha, have learned how to live out of their ego-centered place. But most of us see the world from that centeredness, ego-centeredness place. We have not been able to feel, though we know it because it's been said that we are one. But experiencing that and living like if we were one, that's not what humanity has done. Maybe some of us have been able to experience that, but still the strength of the collective unconscious is so dense in regards to the reality, the old reality we have co-created, that we need to very much dig into this collective unconscious and all those ideas and beliefs that are shining their energy towards our collective behavior, that we need to break through. We need to go beyond the matrix. We need to go beyond our slavery of the mind and this reality that it's not exactly the essence. So we are in a change of age. I can feel it. I feel it so strongly myself. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm sharing this. I can feel that coming of the new energy and the struggle of the ego to let go of the old. We've lived in an ego-powered world, and if we are going to evolve to a more soul spiritual place, we really need to understand how we have identified with ego and how that has affected us. How to work and how to go about it, there are many other possible ways, many things to say about that, but I'm not gonna concentrate on that, because I just wanted to bring out that we need to see beyond all the chaos in the surface, to feel the conflict inside, the worldly conflict, which is also a personal conflict, and all that we need to work on, all that we need to take out of the inside that has been built to believe that we are something that we're not. And then we will finally say, okay, oh God, it is so light to be who I am. It feels so cool, so good just to let go of all those beliefs that have created this reality that are so unaligned from the essence of who we are. So, it's good if we just give ourselves the time to consider this possibility and feel it inside. There's a lot of turmoil, and the turmoil is here to move all the things so we can see them clearly. Because if they were like the sun at the bottom of the sea that is not moved by anything, we're not going to be aware that there's a lot of dirt that needs to be cleansed. Okay, so I just wanted to bring that out, and we might not be able to see the new age. We're not going to be able to see it in our lifetimes, because we are the seeds of the change in that consciousness to become, hopefully, Homo sapiens. Start living from Homo sapiens and not from ego-centeredness. We are just seeds, and we are in the most intense, amazing moment in the Earth's and the cosmic history to take a quantum leap, a huge leap into becoming more our essential selves. We have to let go so much. So that's what it is. Thank you so much for listening, and if you have any comments, any feelings that you've experienced that you'd like to share, do them here and at the YouTube channel or at the blog. Thank you. Bye bye.